And a warm welcome here ahead of qualifying for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Normally these streets are lined with vehicles, it's non-stop traffic jams, but today the roads are closed to everyone except the 20 best drivers in the world. It's time for qualifying for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
A lot of work to do with this car.
Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix. And a warm welcome to you from Azadlik Square, heart of Baku and home, of course, to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With high speeds, tight corners and few runoff zones, many are expecting a safety car here today. So our drivers will have to stay very much on their toes and hopefully out of the barriers. Baku City Circuit then. It's an unpredictable 3.7-mile track around the streets of the Azerbaijan capital. 20 turns for our drivers to navigate today, including the infamous Turn 8, one of the tightest and most challenging corners of the season. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Verstappen, Norris, Fernando Alonso, and Tsunoda, Ocon, Antonelli, Albon, and Oscar Piastri. Hülkenberg, Hamilton, Ollie Behrman, and Bortoletto, Sainz, Hadjar, Pierre Gasly, and Lance Stroll. Lawson and Jack Doohan rounds off the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. And striding into our commentary box to join us today, the man, the myth, the legend, Anthony Davidson. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Okay, mate. Radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, this is Mark. Can you hear me? Listen, a points finish might be too much to ask today, but just give it your best shot. Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done. DRS now enabled. DRS enabled. Running low on ERS. Reminder that you can play around with ERS modes in the MFD or lift sometimes and ease onto the brake pedal for some manual recharge. Okay, Lewis, Ocon's behind you. We want to keep them behind, please. This is super critical for our strategy. Okay, you have some front wing damage, but not enough to justify a stop in the remaining laps. Okay, take it easy on the car, we can't sustain this level of damage. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 2.2 seconds. We've got a lot of spare energy, okay to use your overtake button. Oh, great stuff. You hit that target. Really good job. Okay, you've just started the final lap of the race. Final lap. All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
I know we're not where we want to be, but let's keep pushing. We've got some serious work to do to close the gap, but I believe in you all, so let's keep going.
And the best of British and the best on the track, it's George Russell who wins.
A great display of dominance today, Crofty, by this driver. They led from lights out to the flag at the end, led every lap of the race. Brilliant stuff by them, and excited to see what more they can do in future races.
It's what they've all been racing towards, waiting for them. High above the pit lane is our podium. And for the lucky three, it's time to stand on it. And taking his place on the top step of the podium, he gave it some hustle. Well done to George Russell. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.